Hello guys, welcome back to the Helix Interactive YouTube channel, and today I just wanted to give you guys a brief initial concept to look over for potentially what could be our next game. We are currently in the process of acquiring new developers and speaking over with the ones we have currently and discussing ideas and concepts for what we want to do for our next game. And at the moment, what we've come up with is this. Welcome to Chikki Forgotten Roots. Yeah, this is going to be. First of all, I hope you guys like the Canva Premium little squirrel character we've got there. So, the genre of this will be a 2D platformer, a narrative adventure. The core themes will be relating to nature versus industry, environmentalism, and memories of the past. More into that later. Our target demographic is mostly going to be those fans of the more modern 2D Metroidvanias, your Hollow Knights, your Ori and the Blind Forest, your Gris, But, well, yeah, we're gonna try our hand at this style of game. So, first of all, I want to introduce you guys to our favorite, newest, lovable little creature, Chikki. She is a young squirrel, agile and curious, but one of the last of her kind, one of the last who can still feel the echoes of the old forest. And her motivation is to find the first tree, the thing at the very center of it all, the ancient memory core of the forest, and mainly to understand why everything began to fall apart. And this will relate to our theme of environmentalism because more of it will be revealed in the next video, which we'll be talking about the story mostly, but it's going to be about a forest which got taken over by a new rabid technology. And she's going to try to get things back to the way they were. But the thing is, Chikki is a silence protagonist, and her journey will be conveyed through her expressions, her cute personality, the movement, and the subtle cues you get from that. One of our main mechanics, as I mentioned previously, the memory echoes, and of course her interaction with others. Since this is a narrative-based game, she will be interacting with NPCs, and even though she won't be talking herself, they will be talking to her and just assume that she is replying, just like every other silence protagonist in history. And of course, since she is a squirrel, she will have a varied moveset and will unlock a plethora of abilities throughout her adventure, to be discussed in a bit. So, as one of the main mechanics I mentioned previously, is the Echo Instinct. Essentially, Chikki can absorb echoes, sensory fragments left behind by creatures, objects, or around the environment. Now, not to be confused with the recent Zelda title, but once Chikki does things such as solve puzzles, finish confrontations with enemies, she will begin absorbing and gathering little crystal pieces, which we will be calling echoes, and their use in gameplay is to reveal lore via ghost-like memories throughout the world, similar to that of Hollow Knight's Dreamnail, which can cause dreamlike states of the game and cause crazy stuff to happen. And of course, she will be solving puzzles by replaying past versions of objects, such as seeing as how a bridge was once used so that she can use it herself. And she can unlock new paths by resonating with the ancient forest or using its old technology, and of course by helping animals reconnect with forgotten parts of themselves. And this will be more story aspects of the game, upon which completion she will absorb more echoes, and yeah, she can use them. And time for more specific mechanical stuff. The exploration, the levels in the world will be, for the most part, 2D hand-drawn levels with interconnected paths, the specifics of which we will get into once we actually begin development on the game. But for the time being, we're going to see how far we can go with this. And since this is along the styles of a classic Metroidvania, backtracking will be a huge thing. And yeah, this will be allowed as new echo upgrades are unlocked, so she can reveal deeper routes throughout the forest. Movement is tight and expressive, wall jumps, spins, glides, vine swings, everything a young squirrel will need throughout her forest adventure. There is no combat system in the traditional sense, much like Celeste. You don't necessarily defeat the enemies, rather than learn from them and gain some of their abilities, perhaps. Bosses are corrupted animals or sentient machines. They are restored via echo puzzles, not killed. So of course, corrupted animals from the past or sentient machines from the present. Yeah, much like the animals, some of the characters will be machines created by the forest themselves. And since they are sentient, the player will be more inclined to of course get to know them and become friends with them, as we don't necessarily want to hurt anyone, even if they're mechanical. And as for more specific power-ups and abilities, the classic Squirrel Glide. Chikki uses her Patagium, limited at first, but can be upgraded. And this is something I had to look up, but yeah, I wasn't too sure how to pronounce that or what that was even called. Thing I could relate with this most is, of course, the one of the principal upgrades or power-ups from New Super Mario Bros. U, a memory dash, which is most similar to the dash from Celeste, a time-shifted dash to propel herself forward, and this will go alongside greatly with the glide, so you can do a dash upward or to the side and set up for it to make a long, long jump. Of course, in Echo Pulse, you will trigger a vision from the past. The specifics of this will be further expanded on during development, but as you saw before, it can either trigger a wild event such as a Wonder Seed or a Dream Nail. And yeah, I can kind of relate to Braid, that old 2000s game, but I don't necessarily think we want to have the ability to do like a little time travel backwards like that, or like on a more modern example, Tracer from Overwatch. Um, since she is a squirrel and an animal, I'm not sure about the specifics about a squirrel's sense of scent, but she can follow invisible paths left behind by the forest memories, since she is more sensible to the forest and its past visions. An Echo Merge temporarily control a creature or object from the past to manipulate current environments. Of course, that will be more detailed as we go on. And yeah, this was very, very brief, but I appreciate you guys watching anyway. Hope you guys enjoy the initial concept of Chikki's Forgotten Forest. Next off, we will go over more narrative and outline story beats. We will go over specific levels and areas of the world that Chikki will be exploring along her adventure to save her forest. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this brief video, and thanks for watching.